The last step, we put our base and our lid together. I've taken a silver pen, drawn around a magnet, and put where I want my 6 magnets. I am going to try to not make holes for the magnets. I'm going to just see how this comes out. This might be a flop. So I'm taking a positive magnet on each one of these and putting it in my little circles. When you buy the magnets in bulk on Amazon, they don't have positive and negative signs, but don't worry, magnets always find the right direction, so they'll always find its home. But this already has sticky on it, and it just makes easy application. So I'm going to see if they're thin enough to hold the box together without making holes into my 2mm board. So this is definitely an experiment. The last album I did of this sort, this past spring, I made holes in it and they weren't strong enough. That's why I went to the basic gray magnets, which are always strong. Now I'm going to put a little piece of black tape on top of each magnet. If this doesn't work, I have to remove these, so I don't want them too secure. Remember, we're going to be putting designer paper over this, so we don't want to go too close to the edge, because we want the designer paper to have a black edge showing. Now it seems thick, so this might not work, but I'm going to keep the tape even if it fails, and then I'll show you how to punch holes with a crop-o-dile and sink your magnets. We are going to try this. One reason is it sure makes it easier than making holes in your chipboard. Now this is on the lid, and it's on the rough side. Okay, now on top of all these, I'm going to put a piece of tape upside down and put the magnet on top. Upside down construction tape. Magnet finds home. I usually put glue to mark my placement when I'm using the smaller magnets, and I'm not going to do that with the basic grays. I'm going to just let the tape, which comes off easily, mark it. Oh, I missed one. Ooh, Do I have a double magnet on something? Let's see. I might have thrown away a magnet. Back in the trash. Okay, one of these must be too thick. Yep, this one has two, it looks like. Well, I know I have exactly the right amount. And then it disappears, you know there's a problem. Okay, let's try that one. Well, that was two again. Okay, why don't we start with this side. I'm just going to take off the negative sides on one side at a time. So I'm going to start with the front, the side I mean. So I'm going to lift up my box, make it square, and press down on the magnets. Now I'm going to open it. And I forgot to put a tape on that one, so it's stuck anyway. I'm going to put this tape sideways. Okay, now let's try the side. I'm going to push down on the tape. And they're not coming off. I don't know if the tape isn't big enough. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to take off the sticky part. Or the non-sticky part, the covers. I told you this was an experiment. I haven't worked with the grays for a while. So let me put this back on. Put this down. And let's stick them. I'm putting my hand right inside the box and getting those stuck a little. Good. Okay, I'm going to open it up and put this in a better position. It's a little close to the edge, but we'll see what happens. Okay, we now have two sides with magnets. I think I did those on the wrong side. No, this goes over. Okay. I'm going to count this as a fail. This lid is supposed to go on the other side, so I should have been putting the magnets on the wrong side and the right side, and I did the opposite. So I have it clicked that way, and it does not work. So, guess what? Shall we start again? And now you see Is this smooth? That's the rough. It should. I know I have it backwards. I don't know how you guys tolerate me sometimes. I really am a trial and error person. So this one, this is the smooth, so it should go here to the smooth. Is that on? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's try again. This has magnets. This is the smooth. This is the smooth, and it clicks. All right, that was more right than I thought. Now we'll try the last section. We have a magnet here. We need a magnet. I'm going to glue this way. Let it hit. I can rearrange those after. Put this down. Put that on. Take it off. This one stuck. This one didn't. So I'm going to open up the other side and put my hand in, get that tape to stick. It's so different than a regular box. Okay. Got them in the right place. This one came off, so let's try that again. That one stuck, this one didn't. Well, I almost gave up. I think it's working. So thank you for your patience. This is the one that's not sticking. And did I forget to take the paper off? That might be why. It is. Let's take off the cover. I must be tired. There we go. I'm actually happy with that. Now let's look at the one we just did. They're attached. These are attached. Everything's attached. And sticking well. Okay. Breathe, I made it. I did not want to start this all over again. So, these are ready for covering. They are firm. They're taped down. Flip it over. This one, the tape is showing a little bit, so I'm going to take it off and go sideways more. And we now have a completed box, and we didn't have to punch holes in everything. So I think I'm going to go for these 1mm magnets and use the decorative paper to cover it. And here is the base of our album. Phew. Okay. Now, our next little step will be making a spine, some spine hinges here. And we're going to be using regular construction paper and black card. Let's see, and I have some sizes for you if you want to cut it out ahead of time. So we have 3 pieces of spine. We have a 3 7/8 by 6 inch, a 3 1/8 by 6 inch, and a 2 3/8 by 6 inch. So those are the 3 papers we're going to use on our next little video. And I used the 12-inch paper. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the 12-inch paper has, that I gave you in your kit, has a white core. So one thing you might want to do, whereas the thinner paper from Michaels does not, I use the thicker paper. One thing you might want to do ahead of time is just to ink the edges a little bit and cover up the white core. Because depending on what digital paper you pick, you will find the white core will be really obvious. So I'm going to repeat that instruction when I do the spines. I just wanted to give you a heads up. After you cut the spine shapes, we are going to be inking the edges so the white doesn't show. And you can use distress ink, you can use any shade of black you want. You can even use a marker. So you need 3 6-inch pieces, 3 7/8, 3 1/8, and 2 3/8 to make our spine. So cut those out after you get your magnets on your box. Get ready for your spines. Thank you for putting up with my trial and error. Bye-bye.